and you got to pour off the water before you eat it. So you have to boil it in 3 changes of water. I usually do 2, but when you do that, then you're able to eat it. The toxic effects are removed. So it took me a long time before I got close to this plant because I thought, if you have to go through all of that, like, what is it really worth it? But it is really worth it. It's delicious. It's really good. And there are a lot of times when you'll find masses of quantities of pork greens, and you'll be able to make yourself a nice meal, for days, and maybe even freeze some from what you see. Now, pork is really good for the lymphatic system. It's usually the root that is used as a tonic. And I first encountered it in my work with women because it's really good for mastitis. And again, you can use the tincture of the root, or you can use the homeopathic phytolacca, it's called. And the homeopathic version, just put it under your tongue, and a lot of times it will turn that mastitis right around. It's not the only remedy for mastitis, depends on the symptoms, but it's a very good one. Now, pork root can be very irritating to the skin, to some people, sensitive people. So you have to be careful how you handle it, but you can totally make tonic out of the root by dropping it in some alcohol. There are technical ways of making tinctures, and you measure and you weigh. And then there's a way of making tincture where you put the plant material into a jar, and if it's leafy, you cover it with maybe this much alcohol to spare, and if it's rooty, you cover it with half as much again, alcohol, and you got yourself a tincture. And that demystifies the whole issue of tincture making. So, people are kind of scared to make a tincture because they might make it wrong. Just go make a tincture. And you find that one goes for $10, $12, and the health food store $16 in this place. You can make this size bottle for the cost of the alcohol and have it forever. So it's good for the lymphatics. So of course it's being investigated for use with AIDS as well, HIV/AIDS, and it's also for use with mumps, and it's very helpful in those cases. And just as a cleanser and tonic for your lymphatic system, because we don't really pay much attention to our lymphatics. It's nice that the rebounders are here now and people are, jumping up and down on trampolines. It's good. But this is another way to help the lymphatic system. It grows up with a red berry, a bright purpley, actually, berry. That grows on a stem. And the berry, actually, little children take it and make ink. But also early Americans made ink out of it. And a lot of the early documents, because the Declaration of Independence is written in poke ink, and it survives to this day. So that's a lovely color. You can get that dye in your cloth, and you should try it.
Try it.